The Midland Chamber of Commerce held its 2023 State of Oil and Gas Luncheon this week.
I got a closer look at some of the biggest topics discussed throughout the industry.
Yeah, I think the state of oil and gas is so important simply because everyone in the Permian Basin, we're in the oil and gas business, even if we're not directly in it. We're all impacted by it.
Insight was shared and information was gained by oil and gas companies alike who gathered to learn from this year's keynote speaker about the positive ways they can impact their own businesses.
Rich had so many things on the plate. It was a very comprehensive discussion, and it's challenging to unpack all of it, providing really some serious information that I think people could really capture and use.
After an introduction by Congressman August Pfluger, Rich Dealey took to the stage to address some of the biggest topics of 2023.
The big ones really are takeaway capacity, and then really what I think the basin will do going forward, and really being able to increase production from here.
That production in high demand, but Dealey says supply could be limited.
There's lots of evidence that demand is going to continue to grow, and on the flip side of that, I think supply could shrink with what's happening in Russia, and just the supply not being there to meet that demand growth, and we have very little spare capacity.
And when it comes to the idea of how a recession could impact the industry throughout the basin,
I mean, production still is supposed to grow the basin. We're still going to grow, 300,000 to 400,000 barrels a day in 2023, and so that is going to, in my mind, ease that inflationary pressure, because in order to accomplish that, we're going to need jobs, we need more rigs, we need more frac fleets. Permian Basin will be fairly well insulated from it. Not to say we won't have inflationary pressures, but I still think from a pure recession standpoint, the basin's in a better place to be because its economic growth is happening.
I mean, those were just snippets of a whole lot of information that was shared at this event. Rich says most oil and gas companies have done their planning for 2023 and are prepared for what this year has in store.
His advice to them: continue what you're doing. The world needs that oil, and we are the place to produce it.